All right, we're here at, what's the place? Jenga
Sushi.
Let's see, Shobu Guest. Just had some sushi. Show them the.
I got some fresh combo scars. This is a frog medicine from South America. Burn frog poison into your arm. It's very cleansing, very healing.
Why'd you do it?
I just needed a reset on the physical body, detoxify, purging judgment of myself.
What was the root that you took? The root or the?
Ayahuasca. We did a couple ayahuasca ceremonies too. It's very life-changing.
Why?
Very humbling.
Why?
I purged a lot of judgment for myself, of other people, and I realized I can't love myself if I'm judging other people or
That is true.
sending out those vibes. So
Have you played since you did the ayahuasca ceremony?
yeah, I did.
What have you noticed?
I went on a sweet heater.
You went on a heater?
Yeah.
Kind of makes you want to get some more of those frog poisons.
This is the 4th time I've done this, and every time it's been very rewarding.
Well, then you're addicted to it. You're like, I need a heater.
Yep.
All right, talk about some of your suck outs. I know you had a suck out if you went on a heater.
Let's see here. I did suck out on aces.
You did.
I had
Talk
pocket
about
threes, open the button in 5, 10, 20 game.
5, 10, 20.
Small blind called,
What'd you open with?
pocket threes.
No, what'd you open with?
I had just the race size,
Yeah, the raise.
$60.
All right, so you put 60 in. You got threes.
Small blind call, big blind call, straddle call, 4 ways, flop,
Who had the aces?
small blind
So, and where were you?
on the button.
On the button? So small blind just calls
So
with
flop
aces.
comes.
Lets 4 people get to the flop. All right,
Now
whoever
you-
that was, they deserved to have those aces cracked.
So the flop came 9-8-3 with a flush draw.
Oh, that's gross.
And the small blind leads out 70. Another guy calls, I make it 340. Small blind makes it 1,000.
The beginning and the end of those aces.
The other guy folds and I rip it, and he snap called.
What'd you rip it for? What was,
I think he had 1,800 effective.
so basically, 1,800 snap calls. Wakes up to the horror of his hand.
I thought he had a set.
Huh?
I thought he had a higher set for a second. The way he snap called, I was like, fuck.
I was gonna say the way he snap called, I'm like,
So we ran it twice, and then he had aces, and I won both.
he can't even find another ace.
I actually made a full house on both boards.
What? You made full house on both boards? Oh, that's
It
gross.
was a good run out. So it's less likely as a set then.
That is true. So what's the lesson we learned here? Don't let 4 motherfuckers get to the flop when you've got aces.
Always 3-bet. Always play your value hands aggressively.
That is for sure.
Don't slow play anyone.
The second that you bet and he calls, was he the last to call?
On the flop, he let out.
Pre-flop.
Oh no, he had 3 people behind him.
So he's
people behind him.
calling, thinking that he's just going to get more passengers on the Oriental Express to hell.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a good suck out. Come on, there had to be more. Talk about some of the heater hands. It's fun to talk about heater hands. Beats all the bad beat stories.
That was really it.
That's
I
it?
mean, yeah. I flopped another set and got paid.
How do you get paid when you get sets?
The guy tried to barrel me off of it.
Really?
I slow played that one actually.
It's not like you to slow play.
When you're out of position, sometimes you gotta slow play it.
It's true. We're talking.
Aces, you always gotta 3-bet.
Wow.
It's mandatory.
I actually think I'm behind when I've got aces. Pre-flop, whenever I've got aces, I always say to myself, okay, how many different ways can these 2 cards lose? And then no matter what happens, I'm betting those motherfuckers.
The biggest pots I've won are with aces usually.
Really? Biggest pots I've won. I'll tell you this. In the history of poker, the biggest hands I've won are with Jack of Hearts, 10 of Hearts, and pocket 8s, and pocket Jacks. I sat down once at the Wynn to a sick game. Literally couldn't even get the chips out of my racks. Had 2,000 at a 5-10 game. And before I even sit down, I got 2 racks in front of me. guy in the corner rips it $300 into a pot that's got $15 in it.
Yeah.
I actually thought I sat at a bigger game. I'm like, what game is this? It's like 5-10. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, oh, we teach you poker here. Asian guy. I'm like, all right. 2 other Asian guys call.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? So like, let me look at these cards before I fold them. I look and there's 2 jacks. I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. I'm not raising with jacks. I hate those fuckers. So I just call. I'm already saying goodbye to that money. I'm like, goodbye $300. Flop comes ace, jack, jack.
Yep.
I already checked because I was grossed out at the whole way game plays. It's like, oh, what you got there? I said, I had 2,000. Now I got 1,700. He goes, oh, we teach you lesson. Sick thing is, that guy had aces.
Wow.
How gross is that?
Yeah.
And he flops a boat and I flop the quads. So he pumps it up 500. The 2 other Asians call. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how many jacks are in the deck? I almost wanted to tell the dealer, is this a 2-deck shoe? And so I smooth call. I'm like, I don't know what's fucking going on. I'll be honest, I was clueless to what was going on. All I knew is I had 4 jacks and very little could go wrong. So 7 of club comes out. Now there's 2 clubs. Maybe somebody's got a flush draw. I don't know.
Yeah.
The guy with the aces asked me for a chip count. Gave it to him. He pumps it up to all my chips. His 2 buddies fold. Turns out they were friends, so I don't know what they were calling for, but
They might have been colluding.
I called. He goes up. This was at the table down by the lower end on the win. He shows his 2 aces to everybody at the upstairs row. He goes, oh, this guy called me. I got aces full. And he's like proudly showing them. Dealer and I are the only one at the table, it seems like. He's ripping off the river, which is a useless 2 of hearts. I threw my jacks up, face up the whole time, but I had my hand on them. Because a long time ago, I learned the lesson of a lifetime. I was at the Commerce. And I put my hand up, face up, but I was sitting to the right of the dealer. And the hand was face up. And this was at Showdown.
Yeah.
And the dealer mucked my hand in the muck. Just flipped them up and mucked them. And the other 2 guys in the hand were like, where are your cards? I'm like, I flipped them up right here. They actually called my hand dead because I didn't protect them.
This happened to me in
Commerce. Which is, by the way, for the record,
Hollywood Park.
Commerce Casino has the most corrupt floormen.
Yeah.
They're Asian cocksuckers, and I'll never play there again. And if I do, it's only because the buffet is pretty good. The noodle bar is killer. So he's like dancing around, laughing at me, calling down his full house aces over jacks. Sad thing is, the poor guy probably could have got an ace and beat my quads. So the dealer's like shoving all the chips at me. He's like, hey, I got both. I goof around and I said, I got 2 pair. He goes, yeah, I have both. I said, I have 2 pair of jacks. He goes, oh, you funny guy. Literally, I asked for a table change right after that. I roll up to like 5-6 grand. I say to myself, I'm not playing with these fucking guys. I don't want to play with crazy Asian people today. I just wanted to play normal poker. I don't want to play fucking stupid poker.
Yeah.
So I knew there was something goofy going on because every hand those 3 monkeys were there. By the way, if you ever come to Vegas and there's a thing called Monkey in the Middle where there's 3 guys playing and they're playing to chop up your money, and at the end of the night they chop up their profits. So be very aware of your surroundings. But I literally asked for a table change. I'm the big blind, and the only hand that these 3 monkeys don't go crazy on is when I've got 9-4 offsuit, and I'm the big blind. So I literally check it all. Flop comes 9-4-9. Sick thing is, idiot guy has ace 9.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm already racking up because I'm leaving, and so I flop 9-4-9. I check. Crazy guy, he bought in for another 14 grand. It's like, how much you got? I said, well, I got all of your chips from before. I got a bunch here. I got about 7 grand. So he bets like there's no tomorrow. His 2 buddies call. I'm like, how many fucking 9s are in this deck? So I smooth call. Turns a king. I'm not scared. I check. He bets like it's going out of style. One of his 2 buddies folds. The other guy over here calls. I'm like, what the fuck is everyone calling with? I'm kind of hoping somebody's got pocket fours. 949. I got better end of pocket fours there. River comes 3 of hearts. Numbnuts here. Before you leave, why don't you leave us all your chips? I'm all in. Guys folds. Like, what could I lose to? King 9. Like, really didn't want to call. I was like, that's why I was leaving, by the way. I was leaving because that game was fucking crazy. Asian people like to fucking push your buttons. So I call. He's got ace 9. I bowed it up. Everything's good. Walked off that table at the win. Close to 14, 15 grand in like
Damn.
in one orbit. That was the sickest thing.
Wow.
One orbit.
I don't think I've seen that. 2 hands back to back like that.
Well, actually, remember when Brad Booth used to play at the win a lot?
Yeah.
Sickest story ever. I think I told you this, didn't I? I saved the seat one time.
Yep. Yeah.
I sat short in a 25-50 game.
Yeah.
But I was saving it for whatchamacallit. He was going to give me 500 just for saving it.
Yeah.
First hand I get is kings. And this numbnuts next to me shoves me all in with ace jack. And they hold up. I go from 4 to 54. And by the time he left, he came with the 500. I had 46 grand. It was so sick.
That's fucking awesome.
All right, so let's see. This is Josh. You can follow him on where?
Facebook.
Facebook. You don't follow people on Facebook.
I don't use social media.
You don't use social media? All right, I'm going to convince him to set up a YouTube live stream. His poker game is solid. Solid. Hyper aggressive. Likes to suck you in a little bit. Tighten the noose around your neck.
And then throw in the needles.
Huh?
And then throw in the needles.
Ooh. Yeah. What's your best needle? Give a good needle.
I love when there's like a tight guy. I'll just be like, loosen your panties up and get in there and play a fucking hand like once.
Jason Calacanis.
That always got Muhaha going.
Muhaha. I haven't seen him in forever.
He plays so tight.
I saw
Tell him
Lincoln.
that.
Lincoln had him on video the other day, and I haven't seen Muhaha in forever. And I guess he was just goofing around with Lincoln over at the Win the other day. But yeah, I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, I haven't either.
He's tight. He's fun to play with, though.
If he's drinking.
Huh?
If he's drinking. I used to buy him Johnny Blue. I think it was Johnny Blue.
Look at that.
Johnny Walker.
Yeah, but is
Blue label.
Was it expensive or what?
Yeah. So, you know, I think it was one time I paid like $150 for 2 of them.
2 glasses? Wow.
Yeah.
12 years, haven't had a drink. There's a reason why. It's good to not drink alcohol at the table. Never understood the whole concept of drinking at the table.
It makes being there more enjoyable. There's a lot of things that people say that it's easier to tolerate.
Say goodbye to this live stream since somebody called me. All right, peace out. Everyone say goodbye to Josh. If you see him over at the Win or Bellagio, feel free to call him down with anything. There's a good chance he's bluffing with 9 high. 9 high like a boss. So just